This is Kaylan, better known as Professor Cygnus and Angels. And the angels and I are as one human being. I know what is beyond the sight you are seeing. We're doing very good, my miracles, my wonderful angels. And remember to have healthy eating, appropriate speech, appropriate behavior, appropriate clothing, appropriate spacing, and knowing the science and anatomy of all things. Also remember to have the goals of the body, the household, and the outside responsibilities. Today, my angels and I had prepared an illustration to my angels and my version of the story The Father and the Stone, renamed to The Wise Man and the Stone. This lesson teaches a lot about values and the importance of value. And it all started when the boy had went to the park and had stumbled upon a stone. Immediately after, the boy took the stone to the wise man. As the wise man said, "Where did you get this stone?" The boy replied, "I stumbled upon the stone in the park." The wise man then stated, "Get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the start of the new lesson." The wise man was ready to teach the boy a new lesson and told the boy, "I want you to go up to these people and ask them how much they would pay for this stone. Regardless of what they offer, do not accept their offer." The boy replies, "Yes, sir," in proper manners. The wise man took the boy to a rundown dump place that did not take care of much of anything. And the boy had asked him, "Excuse me, sir, I would like to know how much you would pay for this stone." And the man that did not take care of himself replied, "I would not pay a dime for that stone. Get out of here, boy." The boy went to the wise man and questioned, "What is the point in all of this?" The wise man replied, "Have patience. You will learn." The next day, the wise man took the boy to a monumental stone park. And the boy had went up to this man that was dressed in a 1950s tuxedo with a fancy eyeglass. And the boy goes up to him as he had a Tasmite stone pinned up on his chest. He says, "Excuse me, sir, I would like to know how much you would pay for this stone." The man looks around, knowing much about stones, and he uses his eyeglass to zoom in on the stone. He says, "I'll give you $800 for that stone." The boy goes to the wise man in excitement. "Wise man, wise man!" The man offered $800 for that stone as the wise man had waved him goodbye and continued on to the next place. As the wise man explains again, I want you to go up to these people and ask them how much they would pay for the stone, and regardless of what they offer, do not accept their offer. The boy replies in proper manners, Yes, sir. The next day, the wise man took the boy to a basketball court, to where there was sweaty basketball players. And the wise man tells him to go up to the man and ask him how much he'd pay for that stone. So the boy goes up to the basketball player that's sweaty and nasty and says, Excuse me, sir, I would like to know how much you would pay for this stone. The basketball player replies, I would not pay a dime for that lousy stone. The boy replies in anger as his face starts getting red. This stone is not lousy. This stone about made me more than you ever would at the stone park the other day. As the wise man had taught the boy of self-control as he calmed him down. And the wise man states, Be patient, you will learn. The next day, the wise man takes them to a very fancy and rich restaurant, as they had paintings and stones all over the walls. Also, they had a beautiful stone chandelier. As the wise man tells the boy to go up to them, as they were waiting on their food that they had ordered, and they was talking about things like sports and other things like such, when suddenly the boy had went up to the man and asked them as they was sitting at the round table, says, Excuse me, sir, I would like to know how much you would pay for this stone. As one of the people at the round table had seen this sparkle in the boy's eye, as it was a reflection of light from the chandelier, and that had brought the chandelier to the man's attention, and he says, We could make a chandelier like that one out of that stone. They discussed for a while and decide that they was offering $3,000 for that stone to make a chandelier like the one at the restaurant. The boy went to the wise man, Wise man, wise man, as he raises his hands in excitement. As the boy was so excited, he tripped over even some chairs on the way to the wise man. As the wise man waved the people goodbye and had ignored their offer, the boy started pouring in tears and crying. But why would we deny such an offer? We can have food and so much more. As the wise man replies, Be patient, you will learn. As the boy learned much patience with the wise man. But the very next day, the wise man took the boy to a stone store. As the wise man asked the boy one more time, as this was the last time that the boy was going to ask. And the wise man had told the boy to go up there and ask him how much he would pay for the stone. As the boy sets the stone on the glass countertop, as they had beautiful monuments of these stones that they collected there. The man behind the desk was a scientist. He had another stone that he was using as he was looking at that under the microscope for minerals such as zinc and iron. As the boy puts the stone on the glass countertop and says, Excuse me, sir, I would like to know how much you would pay for this stone. Later then, they had taken that to the NASA investigation, because the stone was unlike anything that he had ever seen in his life. And he had stated, according to the NASA investigation, This stone is a meteorite from a blown-up planet, and this is the last of that planet in this entire universe. And he says, you all are now millionaires. As the wise man had reminded, the boy of when they first started. And when the boy came up to the wise man and told him about the stone, and they went to their very first place. As the boy did not understand why every answer was different. And the wise man replied, everyone understands worth and value differently. And this is a lesson not only about stones, for the stone collectors, but yet also about life. Everyone has a different understanding of worth and value, as there are certain places or certain people that treat value and worth differently, and not only that in money, but yet also in proper care. As there are some places to where your worth and your value may be cared for more by the people. It is important to understand the lesson of worth and value. As you see, the first person in the first place that lived in the rundown dump said, I would not pay a dime for that stone, as his surroundings was nasty and disgusting. But see, when he lacked the understanding of the worth and value of his own self, it is less than likely that he would understand the value of anything else, as that was more than $1 million of a stone that they had denied. But when they went to the stone park, that was something that would help understand the value of that stone a little more, because there was monuments of stones and lessons about stones on how some stones take millions of years to form. And the person in the tuxedo had seen an advantage since he was a boy, and he possibly did not understand, the man thought, and offered a lower offer than what he knew the value was of that stone, for he had a tasmite stone pinned up on his chest. As the next places was a basketball court, as the basketball player called that stone lousy, because he was always used to getting exercise. So what he seen in worth and value was something that was more active in exercise and basketball. And then once they went to the restaurant, the man seen the stone chandelier. And see, when the boy's eye reflected the light from the chandelier, the other man had caught the attention of the chandelier, and thus seen the potential of the stone, which is why they had offered such high amount of $3,000. But understanding potential can also have value and worth more increased. But understanding value is very important. And in my life, my value of my life has been downgraded and very much so abused throughout my life. And a lot of people doubt that I ever would get anywhere. And it took so much just to get my property and financing. But I even had one of my best friends doubt me that I would be able to be approved for a small loan. And you see, understanding that when someone believes in you and what you are doing, then people treat your values more. But in the Cygnus industries, we firmly believe In the power of nature, the power of natural healing, we have a future farmers market, animal sanctuary, many inventions of the future, books for the blind, helping robotics become more involved, and so much more. But see, a lot of people have not understood the value in the Cygnus industries. For there was a person that was doing illegal activity in the previous housing. And as she was bragging about how she got so much more than I did, as she got guys handing her cars like it was nothing while I had to take a bicycle in a wagon and have blisters on my feet and even have starving times to where I could not afford food. And once she did, she said, that's why the Cygnus Industries never gets anywhere. And I never forgot about what that person that did illegal activity had said, because I understood that she had gotten more money than I did. But I also understood that the value of the Cygnus Industries is much more than what anyone understands at the moment. But soon, possibly in the future, people will understand the values of the Cygnus Industries. And we pray and plead that you all will donate to the Cygnus Industries and the upcoming farmers market, animal sanctuary, inventions of the future, and more. And remember that we should always try to understand the value of things in life, especially when it comes to our world. And the Cygnus Industries believes in the evolution of the future. For the world is in our hands. The world is in our responsibility. Donate to the Cygnus Industries to make a difference, or help to find people that understand the value of the Cygnus Industries if you yourself are lacking the understanding. Stay healthy and invest wisely. And this is Kaylan, better known as Professor Cygnus and Angels. And my angels and Iris, one human being, I know it is beyond the sight you are seeing. We're doing very good, my miracles, my wonderful angels. Stay healthy and invest wisely. And always remember the lesson of understanding worth and value. With my angels in my version, the wise man and the stone.